okay.
Okay. Hello, Dory and Peter from Australia, all the way from down under to Helsinki to learn about vocational training and special sports. Peter, thanks for coming. You've interviewed me already. Now it's time to roast you for a while. Could you tell us in brief what are the things that will stay in your mind after you visit to our school in Lassila? What are the things we, in your eyes, do good, and what are the things we might still be able to improve in future?
Well, I'm not sure there's much you can improve in the future. You're doing a great job here. One thing that impresses me straight away is I think some of the creativity, the innovation that you have inbuilt in your daily habits. So it's the creativity that you have throughout, from the physical environment to the way you conduct yourselves, to the cooperation that seems to be evident throughout all your staff and everything. I think that takes a certain amount of work and persistence, but the creativity is just outstanding.
Could you, sorry I interrupt, could you give, for example, one example of what stayed in your mind from what you saw here?
Yeah, well,
for the listeners, there might be one or few things that...
Well, I think at the forefront of your thinking and the creativity is the students. So the students is clearly, obviously, the first thing you're thinking about. So for each student is very diverse. You have an extremely diverse community here of students. But it's quite challenging to be able to create a system and a structure internally that caters for that diversity of student. So, and you've done it brilliantly. I mean, brilliantly here.
Through the use of your symbols.
Yeah.
So for each student, you're obviously looking at what makes what you can do to the environment to make it more independent for each student. So each student's timetables might look a little bit different, and they're all visual, or they might be tactile, or whatever it is that student will need to be able to succeed independently. So what I've noticed is that there's labels like symbols. Symbols everywhere to help the students, so that people don't have to show them and like move them around. They know, they've learnt those things. Even like the knife and the fork. That was actually glued onto that particular drawer. So that again, they knew where the knives and forks went, and they could do it independently. As I said, the timetables, just the use of timers, so that a student knows that this is how long he has to stay on a task, and he can see that. So he knows, I need to stay at the desk for that period of time. So that's all using what is considered best practice. And that's what I am impressed with. What we know to be best practice pedagogy is everywhere throughout the school. I also notice the passion of people working here, and just wanting to, always thinking, what can we do to improve? It was what's next, not, gee, this is great, which I think it is already, but you're already thinking, next step we want to do this, and then we want to do that. So the school is continually moving.
So do you think that it's one of the key factors of success, also having that clear goal for future?
Definitely, definitely, and that's going to probably be the biggest challenge I'd have thought, is what happens to the students after they leave here. Is one of the biggest challenges that you have. I guess there's only so much you can control in life, but I think you've always got the goal. You always have the goal here, and you've said it several times in different words. You said it several times here that the goal is to give them the best possible opportunity when they leave here, to either for work placement, for further study, recreational activities, independent life. Give them that best possible opportunity to do that when they leave here. And I guess that's, in the end of the day, that's the best you can do. Here.
Yeah, and it's one day at a time, right?
Yeah, one day.
You told you were not a regular speaker. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. This was episode number 1 of the Finnish Inclusion Club. Wow.